That's what I looked at. Today is day 3 of me learning how to watercolor. So first I started practicing some sketches, is what you saw in one video. From that video to this video, I've drawn twice. And the two things that I've drawn is a Blaziken that I saw on a Pokemon card and Squirtle with a saxophone. Today is my third drawing and I'm gonna try to figure out what I wanna draw. Yesterday when I went to Disneyland with my girlfriend, we saw this store, I don't know, it's on Pixar Pier. It's on Pixar Pier and there's like a little store and there's drawings all over the place. And I was like, man, looking at all these drawings makes me want to draw. What should I draw? And I looked at it and I told her, you know, now that I see all these drawings, when I think to myself, what should I draw? And I always struggle with that question of knowing what I should draw next. There really is, I can draw anything. There's literally so many things that I can draw. It's just that I don't know what to choose to draw. For what there is for me to draw, like a list of options, infinite amount. Today, I feel like I'm going to draw Remy from Ratatouille. Welcome to day 3 of me learning how to watercolor. So we're all set and ready to draw. I'm just going to try to freehand this as much as I can and go loose. I'm going to feel free. Alright, wish me luck, because I don't know how this is going to go, to be quite honest with you. And I'm going to start drawing. But, yeah, I don't know. I've never drawn this before. So, wish me luck. I'm going very loosely here. I'm very, very light. So I'm just lightly sketching here. I'm getting out of the little basic outlines here as much as I can, just very loosely and very, very light, because this paper does not like when people sketch on it. You'll find out where you want everything to be, and it'll make sense afterwards. Just trust the process, you know what I mean? You guys see it so far? Or am I just tripping? Getting the general shape of where everything I want it to be at. Since his face is going to be going like this, kind of like he's facing the camera a little bit, but not too much. Sketching on this type of watercolor paper. Is this the cold press thing that they say? See that? That's cold press. I don't know what that means, but it's pressed coldly. Speaking of cold, my girlfriend left Starbucks. I'm gonna go get that right now. Just a reminder, I don't really watercolor. This is my third time watercoloring, and I don't really know what I'm doing. And there we go. We have him sketched out. Remy. He's basically ready for watercoloring already. So it's time to watercolor. Still, again, very new to this. I mixed some blue, green, turquoise type of color. I don't know. I'm honestly just guesstimating, seeing what I think or sounds like it could work. So I have another just scratch piece of paper here. Alright, fuck it. We're gonna go with this color. Ready, and here we go. Can you see? So this is just the base color, just so it has a foundation. Then we have the base color. Alright, let's see. Let's go for this arm next. Again, I don't know if any of my technique is right. I don't know how to apply the paint. I'm just going with what I know so far. And then as I learn more techniques, then I'll apply them. But right now, I'm literally at base 0. I'm just coloring. Like blue goes there, that goes there. Cool, that makes sense. But that's what I got so far. And it looks pretty cool. We're gonna let it dry. I know that's not gonna look that cool here. But I know that we can go over it with some like darker gray. Over here, some more lighter type of skyish blue. We'll get it. That works for me. I like this color. Now we have this kind of grayish blue type of color. And I think this would fit perfectly on there. So now what I'm going to do is going with this one. And I want to go in on the parts that I want kind of, I don't know if shaded is the right word or like that. Blend it in a little bit more. We'll get some more water, just clean water. Kind of melt out the sides a little bit. Kind of like that. And then again, just underneath the little. So that's that. I'm just gonna go in and get all the shading in, all the darker spots, and see how that turns out. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's up. Just like that. Diluted black, I just go in around it. That. So it's not really acting like a color, it's more acting like a shadow. Now I'm going in and I'm just adding like little brush strokes to mimic fur. I'm honestly just experimenting here, seeing what this does. That's how you learn, you know? You just try shit. See what works, what doesn't. So far, it's looking kind of nice. Little brush strokes everywhere. Make it nice and messy. So that's what it's looking like so far. I'm literally just adding little dashes. Little darker dashes. So right here is kind of a darker gray-ish type of color. I honestly think that's it. I think the rest of it, I'm gonna go over it with colored pencil. So this is what it's looking like right now. I want it to be more strictly watercolored pencil, but I'm not gonna mind adding a little bit of colored pencil to it, because I know that if I added a little bit of white colored pencil over it, it would give it a nice little highlight to the fur and add in, you know, some cool elements. And also some like texture to the cheese. I'm gonna go into it with the colored pencils, but that's it for the watercolor. Yeah, let's get into it. So here we have my colored pencils. I'm gonna go ahead and find some colors that I need and start getting a little bit over layered, because we have a nice base. This base is really cool. If I can add in some texture and some more highlights, some more definition on some places, it's gonna add a whole different dimension to this, and you don't even know. So this one right here, I'm gonna go ahead and go into it with the feet, just like that, and get a nice little shadow going. Yeah, I'm just going into it like this, little layers. Nothing too crazy, just complementing the watercolor. You know, adding things where I could have added some more definition to it, or more attention to detail too. And this is gonna add a whole different layer. It's gonna look so nice afterwards, after the watercolor base layers there. There we go, and you can see nice texture already to it. It's a nice texture, you know, because there's already texture there. It's paper, so it's gonna bring up the texture even more from the color pencil than already on regular paper, you know. So you just need a little dash of it, not too much. And I'm just adding some highlights now, not even really worrying about anything. I'm just making lines down, just to make it pop a bit more. I honestly don't know what else to do to this. I wish I had white, but I don't have a white colored pencil. I know I have gel pens, but they're not the best gel pens in the world. And that's Remy from Ratatouille. I'll probably add some more detail to the tail, but other than that, that's what I got. Third day of learning to watercolor. This time I layered it with the colored pencils just to add that little fur effect. But other than that, that's what it came out to. That was good practice today. I am honestly quite impressed, because that looks pretty cool. That's it for today. I don't know what I'll draw tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be as serious as this, but we got this done. So, yep, this was me drawing Remy from Ratatouille in watercolor. That's my third day of learning how to watercolor. Progress, I like it. We're getting the hang of things a little bit more. This one was more realistic animation, so it was kind of hard. But when I go to start doing like more comic or whatever I like to do more often, I'll get used to that. But this came out great. I'm actually quite happy with the results. The layering with a colored pencil, brand new technique. Haven't done that. Do that with markers, but not with watercolor. So that worked out pretty cool. If you guys happen to enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm sorry I'm not as informative as an artist, YouTuber person, but yeah, that was the process of me drawing Remy for Ratatouille. And last thing I need to do is sign it. 12-12-2023. And that's that. All done.